Yo, what's up guys? Today I won't be making a beat, but I'll be showing you how I made a beat. And this beat is from the HOMEBODIES album, Coming of Age. By the time this video comes out, the album should be out, so make sure you go listen to that, check it out. The song is called Pop Rocks. I chose this song to break down because it's kind of a weird, like non-traditional beat, but it still ends up being like a hip-hop banger, I guess. By the way, if you don't know already, HOMEBODIES is a group consisting of 5 members. There's me, my cousin Phil, one of my best friends Chris, who I've known forever, and my 2 really good new friends Russell and Sean. 2 of us can sing really well and the rest of us just rap. I'm not one of the singers, I'm one of the rappers, and I'm also the producer of the group. So this is Pop Rocks.
Hey, let's go. Hey, what? Let's get it. Now I'm feeling kind of fine, I don't feel.
So it kind of starts off a little bit surreal. Just this one lingering note makes it sound like you have tinnitus. I'll show you how I made all those sounds individually right now. So this sound is 2 of the same exact synths. One is just panned to the left and one's panned to the right. And what they are is just basically a triangle wave and a rounded square wave. There's also a little bit of detune, and the volume parameter is set so that it decays over time. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the sound, but the grit to it comes from the mixing. So this is it without any of the effects. That gritty sound just comes from this hardcore plugin. It's basically a guitar amp for distorting guitars, and with that. Also, this melody and pattern, I guess, is kind of like an interpolation from one of Kanye's beats. Real Kanye fans will know. Now we have this sound. Let me turn off the effects. What it sounds like. It's just a triangle wave and 2 saw waves with some detune. And the special thing about this synth is the modulation. So the attack is very short and the decay is fairly short, and it creates this hill if the amount goes up like that. So this shape basically creates, I don't know how to describe it, that vocal like wow sound. The effects is just pretty simple. I have a distortion, a dimension expander, sausage fat with the color all the way up, a EQ just taking out some of the lows, boosting some highs, and a limiter. And then finally this sound, it's just all 3 saw waves. That effect when it sweeps in is caused by this LFO modulation. So if the attack was all the way down, it would sound like this. It's a regular saw synth, but I have the filter affecting it. It starts off with the resonance all the way up and the low pass all the way down. Really simple. I just have a EQ taking out the lows and then a filter taking out some of the highs. It's like this alien sound effect. So altogether it sounds like this. Super unconventional, but still like kind of hard. And then I have this sound effect coming in here.
Hey, let's go.
I basically just took this ambience from a sample pack, I forget which one. So first I have another guitar distortion. So this is without it. And this is with it. It kind of sounds awful, but after some EQs added, dimension expansion, more EQs boosting some frequencies, sausage fattener, a limiter, still sounds bad, but then you add a gross beat, and for this there's a 1/2 gate on it, and I slightly adjusted it so that there's a little bit of swing to the rhythm. It's basically muting it rhythmically, so this is what it sounds like. And then throw on another limiter over that. Control the peaks. And then the cool thing I did in the song is I automated the pitch of the sound so it rises over time. And that's really cool. I have this uplifter right before the drop as well. And then I also downloaded a car revving sound effect and synced it up with the beat dropping. So altogether it sounds like this.
Let's go. Hey, what? Let's get it. Now I'm feeling kind of fine.
Let's go on to the drums now. I'll actually show the 808 first. It's really simple, just 2 notes. And then the drums, I have a kick this snare layered as well. I have this hat layered with this hat, and then these bongos. The bongos have different velocities individually, so it sounds more humanized, like someone's playing it. And altogether, the beat sounds like this. Super bouncy and simple. Sounds like this with the 808 and all the other sounds. So yeah, moving along, I have this tom fill. And that just kind of transitions certain sections to other sections.
But I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make her shake just like a poppin' lock.
Very subtly.
Cocky ranked this girl in second grade. She used to squint her eyes to make him shrink. She called me Chingy Ching Chong, Nick the yellow chink. Wish I told her say that one more time. I'd turn your white to reddish pink. Now.
True story. Also, the accompaniment to this synth is this synth. And this is only there when the beat drops. It's not there in the intro of the song. And it's basically the same exact thing, but the LFO modulation is a different shape. It's not sweeping in like that. Instead, this one kind of comes in really quick and then leaves really quick. And it comes right after, so it sounds like this. So for this section, this is actually Phil rapping right now. He kind of goes crazy in a really unique way. I kind of love it. I took out the drums, have only the 808, and obviously all the other melodic sounds. But if you notice, it sounds a little grimier, and that's because I have an automation that turns on here, and it turns on a distortion on the 808. It sounds way harder. So usually that deep sounding bass synth sounds like this, but for this pattern I have it go like this. And that's because I wanted to emphasize Phil's flow and rhythm. So listen to the way that the synth goes off when he spits his verse. It just punches more, it matches with his flow, and then here I cut out the beat entirely, and it sounds sick because his ad-libs are just going crazy, and it sounds very manic. I have this little scream sound effect. So now for this part, there's a new synth that gets introduced. It's this one. And this is also really simple. It's basically just 3 saw waves, detune on the bottom 2. The important part comes in the pitch. So there's 2 things happening. The pitch envelope, it's pitching it down. You can hear that, right? But if I increase the decay, it doesn't pitch down as much. That's affecting the pitch overall. And then the second thing that's happening is the pitch LFO. This is changing the pitch in micro moments, I guess you'd call it. This is what happens if the amount is at 0. But if I just raise this, it just basically creates a wave in the pitch. So yeah, that's a cool synth during this section.
I see wrist up on my jacket, Gucci denim, yeah. Stepping out like Kirby, stopping in my Timberland.
You hear that bounce? This is like the bounciest section of the beat because I have these 2 toms just hitting on all the off beats. So if I turn the metronome on, it sounds like this. The 2 toms are exactly the same. One's just pitched all the way to the left, one's all the way to the right, so it surrounds you. But yeah, just doing that alone, it's so simple. It's just one hit over and over, no rhythmic changes, but it creates a lot of head bounce.
I see wrist up on my jacket, Gucci denim, yeah. Stepping out like Kirby, stopping in my Timberland.
Yeah, so that's sick. Here I have 2 crashes hitting. The first crash is pitched down 4 semitones. It's much shorter of a note because I raised the out all the way. Sounds like that. And then the second crash is not pitched, not shortened, and it sounds like this. Like what I did with Phil, emphasizing his flow and rhythm, I'm emphasizing, this is Chris rapping now, I'm emphasizing his flow and rhythm and just making the beat hit harder in unison with his vocals. And it serves as a cool transition into Russell's part too.
6 gear, no fear when I go with it. 7 digits, all I need.
Also, shout out Sean. He provided me with these woos here during the hook.
Line for the one time. Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods.
Then the outro.
Shake just like a popping lock.
Here I have a vocal that I recorded myself in the studio. I had Pop Rocks and I was eating them and I just decided to record into the mic. I also have it panning left and right so you can hear that going from your left ear to your right ear.
That's a lot of Pop Rocks in my mouth. I like Pop Rocks.
Sick voice crack at the end. Then after that we have this little laser pattern. And the way I did that is that it's 2 sounds layered on top of each other. The first sound is this plugin called Fruity Kick. If you do it a certain way, specifically like this, you can create a laser sound. And then I also layered it with this 3X OSC, did some stuff with the pitch. The volume is actually automated down here so that it starts off really short and then lengthens. Without that synth, the Fruity Kick just sounds like this. There's like no tail to it. But then if it's just the synth alone, it sounds like this. There's no like real laser punch like there should be. So together, it sounds like this. At the end, I have this exported segment of the song, which is just the hook, but I stretched it out so that it's pitched down and slowed.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine. I don't feel this all the.
So yeah, that's basically the beat. The vocal chain is pretty simple as well. Here, let me mute everything. This is the vocals dry.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
So then I add a EQ, taking out the low end and boosting a little bit of the high here.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
Then adding a dimension expander, just a little bit.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
Then a sausage fattener, the color is all the way up.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
Then a limiter that limits quite a bit actually.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
But then I have this linked to another channel. I have it going through a spitfish, which is just basically a de-esser VST, taking out the S syllables that are very harsh. Notice how he says time, and even the F's in fine. It sounds very harsh, the frequencies.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
And this is with the spitfish now.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time.
Much better. So yeah, that's basically the vocal chain for everything. It all sounds super clean.
All this money got me sipping on that Hennessy. Big coupe with a pill limitless. 7 digits, all I need to hit the lotto.
So yeah, that's basically the entire track. You see how messy my workflow is. This is all the automation. These are all the vocals, and this is the beat up top. It's the whole beat right there. Hopefully this gives some of you inspiration that's trying to make a beat right now, or just for those that want to like have a little insight on how we made this. This is personally my favorite song on the album because there was just so much synergy in the studio. We were just throwing ideas. I think we made the bulk of this song in like 3 or 4 hours, and yeah, it was very fun in the studio to make this. Hopefully that comes off in the music. That's the breakdown. Make sure you guys like the video, comment, subscribe, share it if you'd like. Also, go check out the album. We spent like 10 months making this. There was so much work put in, listening to it over and over again, trying to find little tweaks to add here and there. The album's gone through 3 versions where songs were taken out, added, changed completely. But yeah, I'm gonna provide the link to HOMEBODIES in the description. Go stream it. It would be greatly appreciated. And also, I just want to shout out HOMEBODIES, like Phil, Chris, Russell, Sean. You guys kind of sharpened my musical ear and pushed me to make better beats, rap better, and just be better. I think I'll just play the whole song at the end of the video so you guys can hear it in its entirety. So peace.
Hey, let's go. Hey, what? Let's get it. Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make her shake just like a poppin' lock.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
Popping like a rock inside your mouth, I make a sizzle sound. Just the beat is hot when I get on it, make a sizzle sound. I'm cold.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
Used to always do a half measure, now I double down. Weaving through these lines like double dutch, I'm jumping up and down.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
Running to the riches got me strong inside my knees. Got an allergy to greatness, wait, hold up, I'm about to don't pollute cause I don't make trash. Graduate with C's, now I'm a cute looking one with my singular degree. Only brown kid in school, the rest was mostly white like hockey rink. This girl in second grade, she used to squint her eyes to make him shrink. She called me Chingy Ching Chong, Nick the yellow chink. Wish I told her say that one more time, I'd turn your white to reddish pink. Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
All this money got me sipping on that Hennessy. Caviar, candy bars on my diet. Green vest, bulletproof, no violence. Want your instinct, pull up in an instant. Powered up, so you better keep your distance. I ain't running, so you better call assistance. Blue face on me, cause I'm speaking to existence.
Big coupe with a pill, limitless. How I feel, yellow suit, wanna kill. UT with a skill.
Icy wrist up on my jacket, Gucci denim, yeah. Stepping out like Curry, stopping in my Timberland.
In the coupe with it, windows toots in it. 6 gear, no fear when I go with it.
7 digits, all I need to hit the lotto. Send it on a private jet and fly myself to Cabo. Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just like a poppin' lock.
That's a little pop off in my mouth. I like pop rock.
Now I'm feeling kinda fine, I don't feel this all the time. Have a Corona with lime for the one time. Hate to burst your bubble, but I feel like popping off. I got the goods to make you shake just